Jenny, welcome everybody. All right, ATF is ready and the other team is ready. All right, we're going to get ready. We're going to get started. Here we go, boys. Game number 1. Woo! Let's get going. All right, we got bands coming out from T2, and we'll see what they're going to start off with. Already coming in with the Marja, excellent ban. She is easily one of the most powerful champions at in this meta. Aram, a great ban. She's very good at locking down one hero, being able to kill them quickly, and then making it instantly a 5v4 for whatever team she is part of.
Blue team's turn to ban.
So blue team is going up next. We will see what kind of bans we got coming out. Firefly taking his time. Definitely, I don't know if these two know about each other. Know what the other team plays, but we'll have to see if there's some maybe exclusive bans per the other team. So far, so good. It's just mainly banning out the high meta champions. Slim's excellent jungle character and also a great marksman. Irie coming out. Another amazing top character. So right now, these are all top tier heroes that are getting banned. Violet, another excellent choice. But that does leave only a few other marksmen. And it looks like they kind of showed their hand there that they were like, we may want Violet. So this blue team will get a chance to get either Violet or Lindis. And this red team now has to know that since they switched the Violet for the Velheim, that they should ban him. But instead opts to go with possibly a Flash and Maganga? We just saw a ban on Maganga. What is going on here? What is going on here? Wow. That is crazy. I cannot believe that. That is such a weird. That's a weird ban. So that has to be one of those target bans that I was talking about earlier. There is no reason you ban Maganga other than
red team's turn to pick.
To maybe pick out one hero. So there you go, Violet. Just like I was saying, they showed Violet. They opted to switch to the Velheim, hoping that they could possibly pick up Violet, which they did. And then easily, Lindis getting picked up on this red team. Great pick so far. Crashed, great tower diving potential. This blue team now needs to know that and go for more of a tankier set of heroes. And a Malik is a great pick. I would like to see a maybe a Chugnar for their support, or a Mina, something along those lines. Something that can really stop something like that. Possibly an Alice. Alice usually does pretty good at shutting down dive comps. She is a little squishy herself, but once she gets that ult, she can definitely use it pretty defensively under the tower. So we got the Flash coming out. And that was a ban that they were thinking about throwing out there. But the red team chose to go with the Maganga instead. So we see Liliana and Chugnar. These are pretty normal picks. I would have to say the Chugnar is an interesting pick as of right now. There's not a lot of controlled abilities over on this side for the blue team. But I guess you don't know what they're end up going to go with. So Chugnar getting picked up. And there it is. The Alice getting picked up for the tower dive of that Crash is a great counter to it and great support. And, you know, for the Chugnar versus the Alice, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I would maybe opt for something like a Lumber. That's not a bad idea, especially to go a little bit tankier, like I was saying earlier. Having that tank potential, so important, especially with these dive comps. And for the Crushed. So we will check it out, and it looks like they're choosing to go for the Alice and the Roxy. So they definitely have a pretty tanky team over on this this blue side and on the red side as well. I want to see what this last hero is going to be. It is going to be potentially a top, or yeah, I really don't know what they're going to go here. Like, insert what at this point? You definitely need some kind of damage dealer because the rest of the team just seems pretty tank heavy. So who do you opt in with? I would say an Omen would actually be pretty decent, but a Zephys would fit in quite nicely as well. Being able to stun, knock up a Scud. That would be great. The tower push, and also being tanky himself, this disrupting ability from his ult. I think that's a pretty good win. I think it's a pretty good win. All right, so this is the teams, and potentially a misplay on this side. Okay, there it goes. I was gonna say this hero did not have the punish ability, but it looks like they were swapping heroes. So good for them. I was hate to see something as little as that really throw the first game, but again, this is game number 1 of 3, best of 3. And we're about to kick this off. So
10 seconds
it looks
remaining.
like Crash is I'm gonna assume, and this is just me guessing, that Crash is gonna stay in lane, and Chugnar is gonna roam. And with that being said, that is pretty dangerous. That's definitely pretty dangerous. They have 3 tanky heroes on the side lanes, Liliana in the middle, and Lindis roaming the jungle. So yeah, the red team's looking pretty decent. I gotta give it to them. They don't have a lot of damage, but hopefully they will get the level advantage and be able to really knock it out of the park. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, just making something.
Welcome to Arena. Get ready.
All right.
Minions will be deployed in 5 seconds. Prepare to engage.
All right, so we got the blue team running off into the jungle. Red team looks like they're spreading out, making sure that the buffs, and they don't look like they're in a position that they want to invade. And red team's actually pretty grouped over on this side. If they do see the blue team run over to this blue, that may cause them to rush over to that side of the blue. And this blue is going to be gone. Linda's trying her best, but just not enough. So this is kind of a misplay from the red team. The red team should have rotated over to that blue, but they did not. They chose to try to attempt to fight, hoping that they could catch the blue team off in the jungle, but the blue team definitely disengaged immediately after that. Violet going straight down to the red. Great rotations from this from Violet already. The red team, here we go. This is the kind of stuff that I was talking about. Roxy, unfortunately, missed the being able to stay by that buff and truly let that one kind of slip through her fingers. The red team picking up the blue, so that will get Lindis back on track here soon. Oh, actually, Lindis wasn't even part of that. She actually went down bottom trying to get this Violet, and Violet actually going down to Lindis. And that is first blood, so such a great start for this blue team. Ends up giving up first blood. And look at this, Alice actually being chased down by most of the red team sitting in their jungle. And look at this, Flash actually taking some damage. And oh no, a misplay, and luckily flickers to get away. So good moves so far. Chugnar putting a little bit of damage out there, giving kind of zoning out the enemy team from pursuing the red team. So good stuff so far. We got Roxy doing her thing. She's actually out of mana. And look at Scud. Scud looking great with the execute. Had to be perfectly timed. And great stuff all around. And we got the Flash actually pretty low, sitting at about a quarter life. Is going to need to go back. So it looks like Violet being seen by this Chugnar is going to get zoned back into her jungle, keeping her loyal to her own jungle without staying in the river. We have Scud picking up the Sentinel, so that's going to be a good 30 gold per person on this red team. So red team's rocking it out right now. I gotta say, this blue team really needs to pull something together, and hopefully that's gonna happen in the next few moments. Looks like Scud just doing a little scouting before having to go back up top. Roxy doing a great job getting the owl. That will give them a little sight, but Lindis really has been kind of being a menace in the other jungle. We got 2 fights going on right now. Looks like Kresh is gonna try to do some tower dives, but it looks like Malik is going to get away. We got a fight actually in the middle, and that was Lindis killing off Violet, so that not what they wanted, and another death for this red team. So that is Flash going down as well. And man, that is some bad plays so far. Just not able to get on track, get the team in the correct motions, and overall, oh my goodness, Alice just really in a hard position there. Was trying to get back up, thought that the enemy team was going to rotate around the tower. They actually rotated through. They were able to tank it and also pick her up. So the dragon hasn't been touched yet, but I would assume that they're going to rotate to it shortly. But the red team is just getting kill after kill, so it looks like they don't even have time at this point. All right, so we got Violet trying to get some momentum, going for the red buff, and oh, look at this. Picking up the red buff, and look at this. Lindis not giving a damn at this point, is going to go down, and Violet is more than likely going to go down as well. Great stun by the Alice, and Liliana may get out of this. Oh, just barely ended up dying, and that is a back. They are both backing off there. So that was a 1-for-2 exchange there. Liliana and Lindis for that Violet. So got a little greedy, definitely on that on the red team. So they got put back in their place, and they will have to take the L on that one. All right, Scud doing I gotta say, Scud is doing a great job rotating. He's putting pressure on other lanes, all while his tower has taken very minimal damage, so I gotta give it to him so far. So Roxy trying her best to steal this buff, and it looks like she actually was able to. Scud being able to disengage. It looks like the dragon is getting initiated on, and red team picking that up, and Violet is just getting absolutely crushed by that. But oh, crushed! Oh, it was not enough. I thought Kresh actually saved her life by pushing her away, but the orb from Liliana coming in out of nowhere, and then Malik getting taken out, as well as Alice, and possibly the Flash. But Flash is going to have to head back to base. So, such great team fight for this red team. And look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Where's Roxy? She's still been up top, just been able to farm, but look what Scud has been able to do. Scud rotating to mid, picking up the tower, while Roxy's desperately trying to get this tower up top. They're about to lose a tier 2 tower, while Roxy's still up, hanging out with that tower up there. That is a definite, I would have to say, misplay if they lose this tower, which they did. So Roxy should have rotated back down to mid, saved this tier 2, and then gone from there. So if she actually dies here, this may be very bad for her. So she did get the tower, but again, if you end up dying to it, it is not a great situation. But end up taking Scud out in the process, which is pretty good, pretty success on her side. She got the tower and Scud, so works out. She did end up losing this mid tower, which I think is a pretty big misplay. You want to save those tier 2 towers. You want to save every mid tower as long as you want. It is the most active lane there is. And being able to save either one of those towers is so beneficial. So right now it is 4-11. The red team has 3 of the towers and 1 dragon. Initiation, and it looks like, oh, Liliana going full in onto to Violet. Violet still only has regular boots, almost dies to that, but it looks like Flash actually went hard and tried to go in onto Liliana, but just didn't have enough damage to kill her. So Liliana lives, Flash perishing in that combat. If we take a look, it looks like Lindis and Liliana just doing some work right now. Lindis 5, 1, and 5. Liliana 4, 1, and 4, doing a great job. So this red team is now picking up the dragon, looking very well. Looks like they're about to set up down on bottom, and sure enough, Lindis going in on Malik. Malik jumping down, and it looks like there's 3 of them here, but Malik still might actually die. And, oh, just ends up dying to Liliana in the process. Flash getting taken out in the crossfire, and they are trying to push on to Violet, who's under the tower. Lindis, great rotation to go back behind the tower and was able to pick up the Violet on that blue team. So, again, blue team only with 2 people up. Finally, we may see Roxy in the fray, and here she is, finally. And this is what I'm talking about. The rotations that she's doing just aren't enough. She's finally here, able to actually fight something, and it's almost too little too late. Look at this. She was up top the entire time and is just not enough to make it come back, and Flash coming in with an amazing ult. Malik with a great swipe, and actually they are going to be able to save this at this point. So such a good Flash ult on top of the Malik was GG for sure. So, red team definitely taking a lot of losses there, but did, in the process, get bottom, high ground tower, and also the mid one tower as well. The mid high ground tower. Scud actually picking up Violet. Violet tried to go to the blue. That's a common issue that people do all the time. They overextend after an enemy just backed out, knowing very well that the enemy team is going to take either your red or your blue, rotated straight to blue, and ended up dying, running straight into Scud. Looks like they're up top, trying to gank the Roxy. Roxy, very tanky up here, doing a good job saving her tower. But it looks like the full team is rotating up top, and Roxy has no idea. She is way out of position, and she is going to go down. Scud actually, in the process, almost ended up dying, but red team was able to take this, and Scud actually backing out and going to heal. So now there is only 4 top, and look at the rotations. This Violet is still trying her hardest at this point to farm up, but the team fights are happening with or without her, and she's just nowhere near. The tower getting taken out, Malik jumping in just a little too late, but unfortunately, again, Violet just out of position. Violet finally here, towers down, Malik on. Already too late, overextending, getting killed right there. Ugh. It's unfortunate to watch Roxy in the fray, but she's gonna get taken out. That is all 5 heroes that are down. That is the high ground tower, and then this is going to be the game. So ATF is gonna take game number 1. So good games for ATF. I gotta say, they Scud was he didn't seem like the playmaker, but man, was he doing a great job being able to watch top as well as push lanes in mid and get towers. So he did a great job. Lindis and Liliana, obviously, just from their scores and probably their damage, you're gonna be able to see that in clear plain numbers. They were definitely doing their job. Chugnar and Crash definitely were on fire. You can't knock anything on this team. There was maybe one misplay where they overextended on bottom, but that was about it. So other than that, yeah, great team play for this ATF. So that was game number 1. We're going to get into game number 2 here in just a moment, so just bear with me for a second, and we're going to set that up as well. All right, let me get the IDs out right now. Whoops. All right. Waiting for everyone to come in. Welcome, everybody. Like I said, if you're just joining, that was ATF winning the first game. It is best out of 3. We will see the next game here just shortly. And yeah, we'll see what's going on. So far, game 1, I gotta say, ATF is looking really strong. T2 really needs to. I don't know. I don't know what they needed to do. Like I couldn't think of a hero to swap out. I think Roxy was definitely the weakest link. She didn't have enough time to come online. Usually Roxy's, she's amazing mid to late game. She does well early. I'm not saying that she's not good early, but she's where she really shines is once she gets those items, becomes tanky and can just run laps around the team. She really didn't get that time, but also was very much stayed top. I think that some improvements that they can do is switch that out. Like I said, that Scud did some great rotating, that Roxy just stayed top and was able to get the tower, but not really able to put pressure on the team enough to make the team have to rotate back up to Roxy. She was kind of like, oh, we'll just lose a tower, but we'll gain 2 of them for pushing mid. That was kind of an unfortunate change. I think if Roxy would have been Omen, I think that would have been more of a would have been scary for sure, as far as the team being able to rotate up and everything like that. So hang on one moment. We're just making sure everything's good to go. All right. So we are going to get into game number 2. Welcome again, everybody who has been hanging out. Yep, the stream is on a 20-second delay. So if you're watching this, it's a little hard to respond to chat and everything like that. They're going to go ahead and start doing the picks and bans. What I'll do is just maybe reach out and look and see if there's any kind of messages that you guys have for me. By the way, if you ever do want to say anything, let me know. Rain, this background's so much better. Glad you changed it yesterday. Well, thanks, guys. I was hoping that you guys would like it. You know, the white background, personally, it's fine by me, but I don't have to watch it on my phone, you know, late night, so totally understand. Kevs, thank you so much for the great comment, dude. Much appreciated. And to everyone else that I didn't get to say hi to, welcome to the stream. Remember, this is game number 2 coming up. ATF did win the first one, so if ATF win this next game, they take this series, and then we will have 3 more games after this one, which will be pretty cool. We will have I believe, a guest caster with me for the next set, but we'll see. Don't want to make any promises, but I don't know. We'll see. But okay, let's get into this, boys. All right, so we got ATF banning Ivory. Maganga, again, I don't know what is up with this Maganga. Must be flavor of the week or something that TF definitely has something that they're into, and the Roxy. So Roxy is an interesting ban, but she's definitely good, but it seems like they're definitely trying to maybe limit her as opposed to get someone else, so to get them to play someone else. Marja, obvious ban, Slims, and also the Chugnar, and they were able to pick up Arum and Velheim. Are you kidding me with this TF team right now? With the Arum, that's going to be so much pressure, and the Velheim, depending on who they give it to, if they have great experience with him, is going to do amazingly up in the top lane. So we will see. Looks like ATF going with the Violet and the Liliana. Obvious bans, or obvious picks at this point. The Finnick. Wow, this, I would be, okay, that's more like it. The Mina is, I would have to say the Mina right now is, especially in kind of tournament gameplays, such a good hero. Even outside of that, she definitely does really well. She's super strong, especially with the new support item, the shield. It's everything she wants in an item and more. Jannar coming up. And yeah, great pick so far. I gotta say this this red team is definitely changing their strategy quite a bit, and busting out some new heroes that they may not. And this is what I'm talking about. The Omen. Look at that. Omen and the Kresh coming in. So they have a very tanky yet high damage dealing team. So blue team's looking good as well. I want to see what this last pick is for T2. So this last pick is going to be really what brings it together, I say. They need a good jungler, and I don't know what to say. They could go with a Lindis, but then they would have two marksmen. I think a, what's it called? Zephys would be pretty good. Being able to, since they already have a Mina, they could go with the more assassin build and try to get the Violet and Liliana. So Zephys may be pretty decent. A Maraud, if they were able to use it, but the team is pretty tanky. Maybe the Maraud might not be the best point. I don't know what I dare I say. Oh no. Okay. Emily getting picked up. This will be wow. All right. Let's see how this works out. She's normally she's definitely good up top solo. Being in the jungle, I want to see her do well. I definitely do. I have seen so many games where she's up top by herself and she doesn't succeed as much as you kind of want her to. But I think that her in the jungle with the jungle item, she actually may be able to come online a lot faster than she does up in the top lane and do some pretty good damage. So we are getting ready to get into it. Just for those who are just coming in, like I said, ATF has one win over T2. T2 really needs to win this to take it to Game 3. All right. So one thing to note is that Kresh has not that much. So what is this? Toothpick doesn't have that much experience with Kresh. So ATF, we'll have to watch that. We'll have to continue to watch that throughout the game. But I do like that the rest of these heroes on their team looking mighty good. And I would have to say, on general, these guys don't play these heroes very often. So I would have liked to see one of these heroes or one of these people have maybe at least a gold badge just to know that they've played them at least like 100 times or so. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. I think this badge right here means they've played them 10 to 20 times, something like that. No, I think this is over 10. This is over 50. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. But definitely not enough as I would like to see. But good deals. We got both teams running off into the jungle. Let's get this going. All right. Red team actually and the blue team looks like they're going to actually choose to pick the same side of the jungle. So they are very close. And with the Arum is definitely so strong. Arum now picking up the 3 buffs, so she's going to be very strong if she walks anywhere near them. With the Violet there, she is actually taking a lot of damage. Oh, and look at that, the first blood. Such pressure. They went full in on this team and making the red team back off completely. That is what teamwork is all about right there. All 4 of them went 100% in, and this red team just had to run away at that point. And look at that, picking up 2 kills. That is the Mina and the Aram both getting taken out. Aram desperately trying to go back over to the red buff, trying to see if they're going to be able to pick it up. Aram still has not casted her other ability. There it goes. Finally able to pick that up, and it looks like Emily was able to pick up the red buff. So a great pickup from those, from such a bad start. All right, so it looks like Malik and Liliana actually look like possibly rotating down to Velheim. Velheim is gonna have to back off here. ATF just trying to get as much damage as possible, and it looks like, ooh, Crash coming in as well, making him flicker, and that is his flicker is down. Took a little bit more damage there at the right at the end. All right, and it looks like they're starting to rotate over to the Dragon, which the Dragon is going to be up soon. Malik actually getting the swipe onto the Mina, and he is going to be dangerous here if he's able to get it off again, but he's not going to be able to. Actually, in the process, Aram and Omen killed themselves. I don't know how that's possible, but it happens. All right, so Aram must have thrown her ability, died in the process, and picked up that, and it looks like this Dragon's going down. Toothpick pretty low at this point, trying to throw out as many shields as possible. Velheim so close to being dead. There's no way they're not going to pressure this, and there it is, another double kill for this blue team. And Jannar just not in the right position. If he maybe would have ran around as opposed to running down and around to try to meet up with his team, he maybe thought that the Dragon was going to go down at that time, but that's just not really being able to look at the map, or that's looking at the map as opposed to looking at their life, seeing the situation and kind of judging it from that point. All right, so blue team's doing amazing at this point. So it's not like we haven't seen this already. And look at the skill, and the skill actually misplayed, and they are gonna go down. Omen doing a great job, just staying away, making sure that Malik was there doing all the damage, came back and was able to get the kill. So good stuff on him for sure. That is what you got to do. You don't just run in and just try to get the last hit. You need to back off, let your enemies, or let your allies do some of the damage. If you want to go in to try to get the last hit, that's fine, as long as you got the life and that you're sure you can get it without dying. But yeah, overall great. It was a great exchange. Malik jumping in, trying to get this tower, and it looks like they're just putting a lot of pressure on here that it really doesn't need to be. They definitely should wait. They took a lot of damage in that point. If, for whatever reason, Emily was actually able to be up top, they would both be dead, but it might actually be that case anyways. And sure enough, Violet mistakenly kills his own teammate by shooting that ult off in that process. And it looks like Jannar running up top, Emily trying to get the Sentinel. Sentinel again, 30 gold per person, and it looks like Velheim actually was killed in the process down below. And it looks like Violet is gonna go down here. There is no way she's getting out of that process. So the red team is doing some pretty good initiations on the right target. So they need to figure out this top lane. Aram just is having such a hard time with this Omen, which really shouldn't, and it really kind of surprises me. Red tower down on bottom. Liliana and Kresh were able to pick that up. Omen found Emily in the jungle, and Mina was there, and this could be possibly him going down. And the execute comes out, and Emily dies. That's what I'm talking about there. Emily knew that Omen was gonna die, especially with the two of his teammates actually running up. Just run away. Just run away. Attempt to get out of the situation as opposed to trying to pressure it and get a kill. Here's another bad situation. You want to make sure that you are able to defend the tower, but when it's so low, Jannar coming in with the ult, doing devastating damage to everyone around. Liliana looks like she's going to be able to get away, and in the meantime, Malik with Amina with a great hook there. Liliana coming back, and here comes Violet. Sure enough, if she's able to get, if she had Flicker, she would have been able to get in there and get quite a bit. But being jungle with that punish ability just wasn't able to get in position. And here we go. Emily again just going to struggle. Not able to take on Omen, which is basically her job if she's around. Omen is going to get away from this one and running straight to his teammates. And Mina missing the hook, and Jannar going down to Violet in the process. Mina looks like wanting to initiate, but choosing just kind of to back off at this point. I think that she hopefully saw, she was trying to set something up, but saw the Velheim's life, but chose to back off at that point, which is good. Definitely good play. Picking up the Liliana. Liliana not able to come in. Mina going down as same as the tower, and this is going to be Velheim down as well. Just completely in such a bad position. Emily able to jump in, and it looks like Crash actually gets... They just completely forgot about Crash. How are you going to forget about Crash? Oh no, Jannar's going to run straight into him. Crash is going to have to make a daring getaway, but Aram, unaware that he was going for Crash, jumps over this way. Omen is going to go in on both of these, and sure enough, he's going to get whatever kill he's got going for him. Oh, and the dragon actually helped in that damage, and he is going to go down possibly, but oh, they were able to pick up both of them! With that execute, was able to kill both of them. Wow. Looks like Velheim getting picked up, getting stunned by Liliana, and then Violet being right there with her was able to do some work. So this is what I'm saying. This Emily just coming up empty-handed in a lot of these fights. She's trying her best, but yeah, I really was hoping to see a lot more damage coming out of her, but yeah, we're just not seeing it currently. She has been her entire team has been down in kills, but yeah, she really needs to get something going here. Looks like everyone's rotating up to top. Sure enough, Mina trying to set something up is gonna get the stun on the Violet. Aram coming in, trying to get Violet, but Emily was gone trying to fight a creep. Was too busy fighting a creep, wasn't able to get to Violet. And sure enough, Violet's gonna go down, and Emily is gonna go down. Emily was too busy getting this creep in this jungle instead of initiating while Mina was setting up trying to set up some plays there. So, looks like Jannar trying to run away, and look at this. Crash is doing a great spot. He's keeping pressure on this Jannar, which is stopping him from backing up, healing, and defending the base. So good stuff for Crash right there. So this red team now coming out of the base and is hopefully, I was hoping that they were going to try to maybe set something up in the jungle, but just not capable. So right now, Mina's doing a great job setting up the plays. Aram is definitely struggling, 2 and 6. It's pretty normal to have a pretty high death count with Aram, but you should be able to last a little bit long, especially with a Mina in place. Ult just trying to do some kind of damage, but it's all for naught. Her team's just not there. Trying to set up plays that just aren't going to happen in that point. Velheim getting destroyed, as well as Jannar. Yeah. So Mina trying to go in is gonna get ripped to shreds at this point, and sure enough, one more roll. Oh, Violet actually rolled the wrong way, and that is ATF winning the game. So they will take the series with a 2-0 lead over T2. All right, so that would be game number 1. So we got one more game after this. Doki Doki, thanks for streaming. Yeah, dude, no problem. That's what we do. That's what we do. So let me go ahead and see if the next team is gonna be up and ready to go. I gotta give it to ATF. ATF definitely played like all stars. Like they were everywhere they needed to be. The only thing that I would maybe suggest for them, it was a high kill game. The thing that I would maybe critique is that they didn't get enough of the dragons. I think that they got the dragon, I think, what, 1-2 times in that game? I would have liked to see it more, possibly. If they, so in another game that's like that, the high kill games, definitely you want to just keep, killing the enemy team. But if they do get stalemated and they're not able to make those kills, I think that's when they need to maybe make sure that they focus on the dragon and the objectives. I mean, they obviously did very well, but if they're not able to capitalize on those kills, gotta focus on them objectives. But overall, so good, so good. So let me see if the other teams are ready. It's an hour early for them, but we'll double check and see. So give me just a moment. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask away. And again, no, we're not doing music just because copyright and everything, so just FYI. I'm just reaching out to both the teams at this point. And seeing if they could possibly get us in. All right. So far, we're just waiting to hear back from them. All right, good deal. Everyone stop what you're doing and follow or subscribe / follow Rain on all your social medias. Supreme, thank you so much, buddy. I really do appreciate it. Your headset matched your background. I know, right? Ooh. It's like I planned that or something. Did you get a haircut? No, I just did it differently today. That's all. That's all. Let's see if we move it this way just a smidge. Bam. There we go. What does the command / timeout tiny awkward that mean? Nice. Very nice. So I haven't got any messages back yet, and I'm just waiting to hear of something. So they're probably going to have to possibly wait. Thanks for casting, Wolf. Not a problem, buddy. Always a pleasure. Love casting these games for you guys. Tiny song that says, "Hello, darkness, my old friend." Oh, you mean... Oh, hang on.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you
Yep.
again.
Yep.
Because a vision softly...
You mean... Oh, you mean that. Oh, you mean that. Yep. Pretty sure. So yeah, we do have a long Hey Rain, can I add you on AOV? Absolutely. You just got to let me know your in-game name, or else I get a lot of invites and I'm not sure which one. Viewer stream, let's go. I know, right? We could do some viewer games. We do have like 30 some minutes. So what do you guys think? Hope we made it entertaining. Yeah, absolutely, Wolf. Absolutely. Oh, is this the new hero? Nice. We could take a look at the hero while we're waiting. Why don't we do that? We just do that. Why not? Why not? All right, we're going to do it. So while we're waiting for the teams to show up or message or something. Sorry. All right, let's take a look. Time for PVL Abyssal Clash. You could, yeah, it's true. Definitely true. So let's turn that off for just a moment. He's got amazing passive. Ooh, okay. So he regenerates 80 plus 15. So this is the new hero, boys. He's a tree. He's basically Groot. So let's see, regenerates 80 plus 15 per level HP and 14 per level mana every second while standing in bushes with a 15-second cooldown. Wow. But immediately stops if he is attacked during regenerations. So every 15 seconds he can get this buff and it stays on him until he leaves. So the ability description is misleading. While regenning every second for 5 seconds. Oh, then there's a 10-second cooldown before the effect can trigger again. Okay, there we go. A little bit better. And then let's see what else. Simply entering the bush will immediately trigger the natural affinity for 5 seconds if he leaves immediately. Although the ability must be off cooldown once he enters to trigger the effect. Oh, so he can immediately walk in, walk out, and it triggers the ability for 5 seconds. Okay. So no matter what, even if you stand in a bush, it only triggers for 5 seconds. There's a 10-second cooldown, then you can trigger it again. So it's beneficial to walk in, walk out type situation, as opposed to stand in the bush. So yeah, that is pretty misleading, for sure. He's really good. He's a solo laner, custom 5v5. There you go. Okay, so his skills are a lot better. I might pick him up, to be honest. Probably a Slayer lane or support. Yeah, we'll have to keep reading. So let's keep reading. Ability 1. He extends his limbs, dealing AD damage, and reduces movement speed. After he hits enemies 5 times with an ability, a hit is counted twice if he lands it on an enemy hero. This ability becomes Redwood Rush. Redwood Rush. This year, so he gains a shield with 8% maximum HP points and charges forward, dealing a lot of damage, and knocks the enemy back. Oh, okay. Interesting. Sounds pretty good. Grandpa Groot. Yep, that's what it is. His ult said invincible, and I was excited for a bit. Oh. Yeah, we'll keep reading. So his passive sounds awesome. Sounds like he's able to, top lane, bottom lane, one of those. He's going to do so good. He could, well, I don't know. Would he be good as a jungler? I don't know, man. Because you're always in the bushes in jungle, but I don't know. We'll see. So he deals, so that skill right there does what? 470 plus 0.8 AD. So ability 2 hits harder. So it does physical damage to all enemies in the area in front of it, and then gathers them towards the center. If the ability hits 2 or more enemies, enemies take 50% additional damage. Enemies take 50% additional damage and are stunned for 1 second. Oh my god. What? That's amazing. That's so good. Displaces enemies and arrange them in a line in front of, and then some of the enemies may be pushed away if there's not enough space in the line. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. If there's a Groot dialogue, I'm not impressed. Yeah. Oh, that's the video, Boo Boo. All right, bud. Thank you. I'll check it out here in just a second. All right. So his ultimate, he goes into a slumber, gains a shield for 20% maximum HP points immediately, creates a zone around him, reducing the movement speed of enemies in the zone by 60%, and becomes invincible while it's in its slumber, and summons seeds that strikes enemies within a zone up to 20 times, dealing 160 plus 1% of maximum HP physical damage. The seed hits an enemy hero and is healed. This hero is healed for 2% of its maximum HP. Enemy units that are stunned for 1 second if they are hit by seeds 8 times? Jesus. Wait. So okay. Let me keep reading. There's an issue that I have, and maybe I'll clear it up here. So the range is 600 units. Effective range is 800 units. Okay. Mana cost increase 15 per level, which is no big deal. While the ability says that he's invincible, it is not the case. Instead, Macbeth cannot be affected by crowd control while he's channeling. That's what it is. Okay, there's my problem. Problem fixed. Players can use movement stick to change the target area while channeling. Seeds land where the target area was when they're fired rather than where they land. Okay. Landed are roughly 0.5 seconds after fired. Ability lasts 5 seconds, so seeds are fired every 0.25 seconds. Woo! Slowest reader. Hey! I'm just making sure I take it all in. Take it all in. I'm not trying to read it fast for you guys. We got all the time in the world. We got another 30 minutes, okay? Okay? But no, I'm trying to make sure that I fully understand everything. And honestly, so at first I was a little confused because I'm like, why does he get 20% HP if he's invulnerable? But he's invulnerable to crowd controls. So that makes sense. Cool. And he's also healed, which I was like, why would he get healed if he's invulnerable? But it's because he's only immune to crowd controls. Seeds get off every 2-5 seconds. That's what she said, Crepe. Ah! You guys are crazy. 40% healing if you land all 20 seeds. And also, that's 2 stuns. So every 8 seeds you stun. Where did I read that? Enemy units are stunned for 1 second if they're hit by seeds 8 times. So you can stun up to twice with his ult. That is crazy to me. So, like, and it's an AoE, if I'm not mistaken, right? It's an AoE. Oh, this is just him playing. Let me read what these guys are. Check. Hang on. All right. Nope, they're not going to be. Uh, 30. All right, there we go. Perfect. So let's do. I just want to see the skills. I mean, let's see. Skills. Want to see the skills. Okay, we're getting to the weird part of the internet. Okay, We'll see what happens here. All right, so God, that's so good. That's so good. God, that's really cool. I like his punch. His punch is really good. And then that's his charge, the charge that gives him the shield. Oh, wow, it slows too. Jeez, he is strong. Dude. Oh my God. Dude, this tree is awesome. It's so good. Oh, look at that. That's cool. So his first ability, Wicked Thorns, extends his limb, dealing that much damage, reduces movement speed, and after he hits an enemy 5 times with an ability, he can then charge. Wow. And the charge is what gives him his shield. That's crazy. Where are those seeds coming from? You know what? No one knows. No one knows. All right, let's see it again. Gosh, like, that's crazy. They are all level 3. And I'm sure they're bots, but still, like, look at the damage that he does when he claps them. He literally claps them hard. And then charges through them, hits the execute, which was, little premature on the Astrid. God, the clap it. Man, this guy's cool. That's really strong. Oh yeah. Let's look at the heal that he gets. I want to see the heal when he walks into the bush. All right, so he's hit someone 6 times already. So that's what that counter is. He didn't get the heal, did he? Oh, no, he pressed that. Maybe he already got it? He must have already got it. God, that's so strong. I gotta say, that is pretty dang strong. So he doesn't have any counters right now. He just got 7. What? Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? How does he get 7? What? A hit counter is counted twice if it lands on an enemy hero. Bam! There it is. Woo! That's crazy. So 2, 4, 6, 7. Yep, that counts. And then that's where the charge comes from, too. Wow. Yeah, he's strong. Real strong. That's pretty good. It's pretty dang good. And then the ult is looks pretty satisfying, quite honestly. It's coming back. Obviously a bot. Dude, he is going to be strong. He looks like he's going to be real strong. He looks so strong. Man, all right, I'm impressed. Dark, what's up, dude? Jan, thank you so much for the follow, bud. Strongwood. That is it. Dude, I love the clap that he has. Like, look at that thing is so cool. Just get him. Bam. Oh, he missed there. I want to see the ult do a lot more damage. That'd be pretty cool. Oh my god, what are you doing? Oh. Yeah, he's going to be a definite top laner for sure. Like, there's no reason why you wouldn't. I like how you can save the charge as well. No viewer games? So we got 30 minutes. We could definitely do some. Yeah, why not? Let's do a casual match. Let's just do Abyssal Clash. I don't want it to take any more than it all, you know what I mean? I just want to make sure that these are quick and whatever. So, Chuck Lord, what's up, dude? Oh, I get what it is. Okay. Someone watches what's his name? H3. So if you guys want to play 5960, hey, thank you so much for that, buddy. Appreciate you. How bad did ATF win? They won the first two games, so that's why we're kind of sitting here waiting for the other teams. We got about 30 minutes before the other team shows up, so just kind of hanging out. If you guys do want to play 5960, we're gonna play an Abyssal Clash. Just kill some time and wait for this this next set of games. I'll lurk over here in the corner like to watch. All right, buddy. 2-0 sweep, easy games. It was, I wouldn't say they were easy, but yeah, definitely they played very, very well. They definitely played very well. The junglers are solid. Yeah, the jungler did really good. That last game with Violet, great positioning. Yeah, I got no issues. Who played in the first match? It was ATF and T2. So I think that's trash time, if I'm not mistaken. Stone, what's up, bud? How you doing? Love your streams. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Appreciate your face. So looks like we got a full team. Oh, whoa. Almost caught me. Almost caught me there. Man, look at everybody. Look at all the teams. Look at all these guys. McChuckles? You want to come? See if we can get one more. But yeah, we're not doing it with music just because we want to make sure that when we upload this to YouTube and stuff like that, that we don't get copyrights. These are normally for the PVL, the Premier Battle League. But we got some time to kill since the first couple games were so quick. And the next set of games aren't for another 30 minutes. So if you're wondering what we're doing, that's what it is. We're just kind of killing some time right now. And I'm good on that. Nope. 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 And all right, I'll take this. Not great with this guy, but you know, whatever. You should let me join you clan since we both have Rain in our names. Absolutely, if you want to, bud. What is it? Rainaholics? Come on. Come on and come on. I am game, for sure. We gotta find some royal free music. Who wants to make a team and join the PVL for fun? I don't think you can. They already have all their stuff, so it's kind of a done thing. I think we found some. Nice. Play all. Royalty-free music, boys. We found it. I'm excited. Game starting. Let's get this going. Pretzel rocks the royalty-free music. Oh, you got a link to it, bud? I'll definitely check it out if you do. What you mean by Pretzel? Who dis Pretzel? Careful with the brush. All right. So far, so good. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No, thank you. Ah, they got me. I should have stayed back. When did the Valor Cup come back up? I'm not sure, dude. I'm really not sure. I hope soon. Like, soon. That'd be cool. I want to like go hard on that. I really do.
Enemy has been defeated. Enemy ultimate. An enemy has been defeated. An ally has been defeated. An ally has been defeated.
Thanks.
Enemy double kill.
Oof. No, thank you. No, thank you. Pretzel.rocks. All right, I'll check it out. Cool. Thanks, bud.
Absolutely electric.
They definitely, with Joker there, they definitely have a lot of poke potential. We do have a Maganga. We just need Maganga to try to hit as much as possible. This Joker is throwing everything he's got at us. Just getting some damage out on him right now. So far, so good. We're doing good. We gotta keep poking him. Gotta keep poking him. That's the name of the game.
Am I not?
Got him.
Shut down. An enemy has been defeated.
Nice. Nice.
Totally divine.
Double
My ult came back
kill.
up too. That's awesome.
Double kill.
I don't get to play Tulin that often, so this is kind of like first time I played him.
Ally has been
PLV
defeated.
PVL end? No, not yet. It's intermission basically. We got about 20 minutes to kill, so we were just doing just a fun game.
Your team has destroyed a tower.
Just doing a fun game with the lulz.
Hold on, I need to recover.
That was not what I wanted. That's okay.
An ally has been defeated. Enemy double kill.
We want that.
An ally
I do need
has been
boots.
defeated.
Yeah, okay.
Enemy triple kill. Your tower has been destroyed.
We just lost the game, didn't we?
Your tower has
Oh my
been
god.
destroyed.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's fine. They had to back up. I'll be the sacrifice.
You have been defeated.
No, waiting for the other team to show up. It's true.
Defeated.
Definitely are waiting for that. They're
Down.
they did not want to go early. So, which is fine. They're not scheduled to.
Kill.
Thank you for that follow, my dude. Welcome. I don't know when the Valor Cup is back up though, but I really do wish that it was. I do wish that it's, or I hope that it's soon. That's what I'm trying to say.
Your team
Tulin
has
is pretty
destroyed
fun,
a
I gotta
tower.
say. I thought his abilities were...
Absolute.
What do I say? I thought you had to hit heroes in order to get his things up, but you don't.
Enemy ultimate.
Oh, dang.
An ally has been defeated.
That skill was grayed out. Did I use up too much mana?
Double kill. Enemy
Little
double
King.
kill.
Dang. Hopefully that did some damage. Oh. Maybe not. Ooh, snipe him. Snipe him. Use ult. I know.
일포 총순.
Wow. Just got taken to the house. That one.
An enemy has been defeated. An enemy has been defeated. Double kill.
Alright. Come here. Got a bone pick with you. That should be game. Game. Game.
Defeated.
Tulin, he's pretty fun. Not gonna lie. He's pretty dang fun.
Win.
Alright. So we got... Grape MVP? Yeah, she was. Grape did good job. I mean, no big deal. You know what I'm saying? I did okay. Saved the game. I gotta create a new, what do you call that? A new mix of royalty-free music. That's what I need to do. If you want to get on the next game, it is going to be 9641. Alright. We just need one more. Sorry. Reading, making sure I'm keeping up with things. Alright. Looks like we're ready to go. Ooh, got that Yorny.
My bow, and the sun is my arrow.
I want to play Yorn. Give him a shot. That's probably Rocker, Sleepy, and this delay's killing you. Why is that, bud? Take my pennies for the PS4 fun. Oh, thank you, Warwick. Appreciate you. I was a Tulin main. Dude, Tulin's awesome. He's really fun to play. I don't get to play him ever. He's not in my, like... If I was going to play a champion, you know what I'm saying? He's not one of them that I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to be the one. Duel, what's up, dude? Welcome. We're playing just some games in between. Bring back 2-second delay. I know, Ring. I'm trying. Duel. We're playing some games just to get in between the PVL. The first 2 games went off really quickly, and then now there's a delay until 8:30. The other teams aren't going to be ready early enough, so we're going to start them here soon. Yeah, shout out to Duel. If you guys don't follow him,
Arena of Valor.
what do you even do? What do you do with your life? Go do it. Go do it. All right, I'm pretty bad at Yorn. Just gonna throw that out there, so I'm gonna try my best. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Get ready. Minions will be deployed in 5 seconds.
Oh, messed up.
First blood.
Well. Not happy about this. Alright. Yep. Terrible. I should feel bad. I do.
An ally has been defeated.
So far, haven't died.
An
So
enemy
that's
has been
a
defeated.
that's a positive. It's better than I thought I was gonna do. Crixie and Grok OP. It's true. It's very true.
The sun's power is
Margit got yoinked.
Enemy ultimate.
Wasn't ready.
An ally has been defeated.
Feel the sun. Okay. Feel it. Oh, you picked it up? No, you didn't, Duel. No, you didn't.
more than just burly soldiers.
An enemy has been defeated. An ally has been defeated.
No.
Onslaught.
I didn't do good.
An
Didn't
ally has
do
been
well.
defeated.
Much no. Much no.
You have been defeated. An enemy has been defeated. Enemy bloodbath.
Marcha, get in there. Yes, girl. Get her.
An enemy has been defeated.
Couldn't do it.
Enemy ultimate.
I'm so not used to the way that Yorn plays. If that makes sense.
Your team has destroyed a
It
tower.
just the way that you have to auto attack is so weird. The sun is down, bro. No. Never. Never go down. It's such a weird thing to like attack and not. You know what I mean?
Enemy onslaught.
It's such a weird thing to attack and then just like sit there. Not a thing that I'm used to doing.
An ally has been defeated.
Oh, Marcha. No, you didn't.
Ultimate.
I got executed though. I got executed though.
Will shine on me.
Executed.
Works out. Works out. Totally fine. Totally fine with that.
Enemy double kill.
What does Blitzblade do? Attack speed,
Enemy
movement speed,
legendary.
attack damage. I mean, looks like everything I want. But attack speed, critical, movement speed.
Your tower has been destroyed.
I think I'm gonna go with the critical.
Well bought, Gordon.
Shut down. You
Feel the sun.
enemy.
Okay? Feel it. Feel the sun.
Enemy.
Sun's power.
Double kill.
Feel it.
Destroyed a tower. An enemy has been defeated.
Wow. You can just shred enemies.
Kill. Onslaught. An enemy has been defeated.
I didn't know you could play Yorn like this. This is crazy. That's cool. That's really cool. Blitz Blitzblader, right? Buddy, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
Win.
Super Sucker, you did pretty dang good, dude. Getting them hooks. Proud of you. Proud of you. Winter is coming and ain't nobody got time for the sun. Yeah, I do. I got time for that sun. Good job, boys. My hooks are more superior. Dark. Oh. Forgot you were in there. Sup, stud? How you doing, lady? Welcome. No one beats my hooks except Rain. There you go. There you go. I think now you got it. Now you got it. You team, right? We're gonna. I gotta get ready for the what's it called? Whoops. There we go. Gotta get ready for the PVL, dude. Honestly, Grok, that Grok hook and then double knock up with Azenka and Crixie is insane and stupidly good. Yeah, seriously, it's awesome. Dual spirits, GG. Yes, friendly fire. Welcome. Good stuff. All right. So I'm gonna reach out to these guys. This should now be the second two that are gonna be going now. So we'll have that ready here shortly. Second two teams that are gonna be playing against each other. So excited for that, dude. I gotta say, this royalty-free music is my stuff. This is my stuff. Just nice, chill music. Just I don't need no words. I don't need words. Just give me the beat. Keep it a little upbeat. This is all we got. I can listen to this 8 hours. Put it on loop. Put it on loop. All right, let me get them in a game. Get them in a game. Bam, 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 bam. I played bad until the end, until that last ult. Dark was much better. Oh, got you. Yeah, Duel, are you gonna be streaming later, or you just hanging out? You here to watch the high intense gameplays? looks like they are hopefully coming. We'll give them some time. Give them some time. I gotta say, this royalty-free music, it's up my alley. Alright, VVVs are on their way. The TFX is up next. There is the other game. Just giving them some time. Mabel, what am I gonna watch while I'm at work? There you go. Alright, 1 second. Is it PVL right now? Zoro, it is. We're trying to get the games underway. We're waiting for the two teams to show up. All that stuff. Alright, we're starting to see him show up, so let's give him some more time. Good deal. Who's streaming the TZN Psychopath PVL every Wednesday and Thursday starting at 7 p.m. Central? My dude. There you go. Is this tournament your own thing or you just cast? I just cast, honestly. It's Jury is the person who set it up. He created the PVL, the Premier Valor League, and yeah, he's an all-star. He's behind the scenes doing everything. I just cast it. I just show up. All credit needs to go to him. Yep. He is the mastermind behind it all. 100%. But yeah, no, I just offer my services of being able to stream the game and to cast is on what is it? Wednesday, Thursdays. Yep. That's about it. That's all I do. Offer some input wherever I can, and then just hang out. Talk with you guys. Make sure you guys are all informed. Make sure you guys know where to go. So if you guys ever are curious what's going on, PremierValorLeague.com is where it's at. Speaking of, I need to update that. Just had to do some I'm checking in with them. You have the voice. What? You have a voice you can hear for a while. Is that a good thing, Astral? I don't even know. So I just started playing Yornder on the Switch. I've never heard of that. What is that, a game? Let me get a link. Let me see this. Yornder game. What? Oh my god, it does really good. Oh my god, what? This game looks cool. Alright, so Super Soaker, I got a trip in October to go to TwitchCon, so I'm trying to find all the Switch games that I can to pick them up. Yornder, new hero. 1v9. Have to recreate the lobby because it expired, but so by the way, next time you use Yorn, try not to waste your barrage. I know, I'm so bad at them. I'm really new to him. I'm not even gonna pretend. Terrible at Yorn. Don't play him. He's not meta. Yeah, I normally play supports. I play every other position in that. I swear, Wayne, if nobody plays Max today, is there? I don't think anyone's gonna play Max. I really don't. Yorner is really fun. It's like a relaxing adventure looter. Oh, I don't know if that makes sense. No, it does make sense. It looks like a Zelda without all the action. Not saying there's no action, just less action. Usability, let your hero auto attack. I know. I always mess up that. See, my thing is, I played League of Legends, I played Dota, I played all those heroes, and my natural instinct, as soon as I attack, is to move. Attack, move, attack, move, attack, move, to whatever. Yorn is complete opposite, and you have to get the timing right on your barrage, and it just takes some time. That's all. I'll have to play it myself. There you go, buddy. There's a lot more, not much action, but the game looks great. It's a good break from high action games. Dude, that's awesome. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, it's got great reviews. I'll check it out for sure. We're just waiting on 2 more people, and then we can get this game going. Oh yeah, I need a... Alright, down to 1 person, and then we'll be good to go. He is the exact opposite, right? Did Flash get nerfed? I feel like no one plays him anymore. We just saw him played last game, 1v9, and he did very well. He did very, very well. He had an amazing ult onto 4 heroes, ended up stunning everybody. Good stuff. Okay, what is this song? We're gonna have to go to the next one. Okay, I've only seen him like once in Masters. I know everyone wants to. See, that's the thing, is that everyone gets Crixie and everyone gets what's his name? Or what's her name? Liliana. And that's like every mid. You know what I mean? There's no really banned mids at this point. They're all decent. They're all really good. You know what I mean? So it looks like everyone's ready to go in this game. Awesome. Whoops. There we go, my dude. So we're just waiting on the teams to ready up. Once I get it ready from what is it? TFX, then looks great. Just want some kind of confirmation from it. Okay, there we go. Jeez. Okay, they finally readied up. Bam. We're good to go. All right, boys. Gonna kill the music. And just remember that this is best of 3. It is going to be TFX versus VVV. So let's get into it. Boom. All right. We got Chugnar. Looks like being shown as a ban, which is obvious ban for almost every high-level game at this point. But switching it to the Slims right there at the end. And we are switching over to this red team. Red team is VVV. We've seen them in multiple games so far, and they have been very strong. We have not seen them lose, and we've seen them just utterly dominate anything that's come across. So it will be... I want to see them have a match that they're kind of put to the test. So hopefully this is going to be it. RM coming out as another ban, this time for the red team. Pretty standard ban so far. Full Metal is going to be up next. And I don't know how much these teams know about each other. That's always good to know before going into a match, something along those lines. But yeah, in this moment, we just really don't know. Oh, VVV is also in the Valor series. Yeah, they're very strong. Very, very strong. All right, we got a Violet ban. Pretty standard. Pretty standard ban so far. Valheim looks like being shown.
Blue team's turn to ban.
And sure enough, the Valheim is locked in as a ban. So, pretty standard stuff so far. Like we were saying last game, Violet, super strong. Slims, again. I would like to see maybe a Lindis ban, which really narrows down the pool of who they're going to choose, who this red team gets to choose. But looks like they're not going to go that route. They're going to go with the Malik ban. So if they went with a Lindis, that really kind of narrows down that pool of marksman junglers that can really shine. And yeah. All right. So we got one more ban, and I'm assuming that it's going to be maybe a Chugnar or possibly... Oh, man. Who else could we see? Maybe they'll probably take out... Ooh, a Zenial. That kind of leads me to believe that they maybe know what this blue team's going to go with. A Zenial is a very odd pick.
Red team's turn to pick.
And the Irie coming in, and that could be because of the Irie pick or the whatever the top laner is. I'm gonna go with. But Finnick as a first pick right out the gate, definitely not something you want to show. So normally, if you're gonna pick a very interesting choice for the jungle, you definitely want to save that to the end so that the opposing team can't choose against you. So Finnick is a very interesting pick, and now the red team is going to know that going into this, so that they know that they need to make sure that they have pressure on towers and also on the objectives, and that's something that you would want to blindside them as like a last pick, not one of the first ones. So I would say that maybe is it's a good pick, but I think just in the wrong order. Liliana, a solid pick. You can't go wrong with her in almost any game, any kind of game that you go with. And we're just waiting on the next pick. So Arduin, solid offlaner for sure.
Red team's
And
turn
Marja
to
getting
pick.
picked up. So just a great counter to this Irie. So Marja is going to be going against that Irie up on the Darkslayer lane. That's going to be a great, honestly, that's going to be a great matchup. So Irie has that kill potential, but Marja definitely has the survivability. It's going to be whoever gets to level 4 is going to kill the other one. Or Marja's just never going to get killed at that point. So right now it looks like they're deciding on a mid lane. Raz is an incredibly strong hero. Same with Jannar. Both can wreak some havoc. And it looks like the support is going to go with the Teamy. Teamy being an outstanding support, especially with the quick res that he has. So great stuff on his part. So we got the Chugnar or possibly the Lumber. I think at this point they definitely need someone tanky, someone that's going to make up for the Finnick. How easy Finnick is to be killed. I would say against the Alice. Lumber makes a lot of sense, and the Chugnar seems pretty good too. And it looks like the other person really isn't sure what they're going to go with, and I'm not sure what they're possibly doing at this point. So this is going to be a hero that's going to be in the off lane, so we are going to potentially see some kind of warrior at this point. Amina is not a great choice, but they end up going with it. So it looks like they're going to rely most of their damage on this Finnick and Liliana. Marja definitely does good damage, but she's more of like sustained damage as opposed to bursty damage from the other two. So not a bad choice. Being more tanky is definitely not a bad thing, but just definitely a interesting pick. So it looks like they followed up with the Raz and the Raz was already picked. They followed up with the Lindis that's going to be in the jungle. So a perfect example of what you want to do as far as when you're choosing. Picked with the Irie right off the gate. Irie was able to get counter-picked by Marja, which is going to be good. As far as matchups is considered, great hero matchup. But this is what I'm talking about. Lindis was picked last, knowing because Finnick would have been out there. They could have been able, there's so much, things that go into that. So I think that they're going to pressure
10
Finnick
seconds
early
remaining.
game. I would not be surprised this red team goes full in on this Finnick's jungle early game. Because if they can slow him down, that really hurts him. But yeah, we'll see what's going on. Marja and Mina both rocking the bronze badge on their respective heroes, and that hurts. That really hurts. We will. I hope that they have, maybe these are alternate accounts or anything like that, and they got their practice in and know how to use it. But especially in like a tournament setting like this, you definitely want to come with your best of your best, just like this Lumber, this Liliana, this Teamy, Raz. They all are sitting very, very good with their heroes, know them very well. So hopefully that doesn't show in the actual game. Little special thing to note is that Irie does have that execute, which is she's always known to normally have. And Arduin also rocking that bronze badge. I just noticed that. So Irie has definitely got the kill potential to possibly stop this Marja. But to stop her early game. Late game, it's going to be a little bit more difficult.
Welcome to Arena of
All right. And here we go. We'll see if I'm right. I believe that this red team is going to go full in on this blue team's jungle, but we'll see if they're going to choose to maybe play the long game and not invade. They do have the Mina and the Lumber, which are very good, but it looks like, yep, they are choosing to just kind of play safe at this point. Irie getting a little bit of damage out there, and it looks like Teamy doing his Teamy things, landing the stun in the middle. So this is Teamy's. I've seen VVV do this a lot. Teamy sits in these bushes, charges up his stun, and actually goes full in on him. And look at this. Mina's actually winning this top lane for the moment, but it looks like Irie coming in is going to get that execute, and that is going to be first blood. She definitely overcompensated there. She thought that she was going to win it, forgot about the execute, and just couldn't get away. Didn't also use her flicker. I think that's I think she had the time to use it, but just didn't realize the damage potential or the kill potential that Irie does have. All right, and also Mina went boots first item, which really leaves you vulnerable or doesn't give you enough damage to really be viable against them. So Finnick already level 4, looking to do a gank, and it looks like Mina is getting chased down by this and is going to use flicker at this point because there's no other way that you're going to get out of this. Roz actually gets picked up by the Finnick, so a great gank by the Lumber and the Finnick there. Looks like Finnick is going to go in on this Teamy, while Lindis is getting the damage on them. Does hit a trap that hits all three, but he's going to be able to walk away from this. Looks like a great job by this Finnick. He's trying to get these objectives. His team didn't follow up, but that's okay. It looks like they could rotate down to bottom and get that dragon, which would be good. Lindis could know this, and it looks like they're rotating to mid. And sure enough, look at this. Finnick looking to get that dragon, and here comes the red team. Red team ready to go. We got some initiation going on top, but there's nothing, no kill up there. Lumber is possibly going to go down here, hitting the heel. He possibly could get away. Oh, but was taken out right at the last minute. Liliana actually did a great job there, was able to get out, and Finnick do an amazing job picking up those objectives. So strong. Oh, look at this. Irie in the jungle is about to get on that Finnick. Ult coming in, and the stun, and Finnick is down. Such a great presence of mind, knowing that they're going to go for those objectives, and sure enough, walked right into the trap and gets splatted. Roz doing a great job and is going to take out Liliana. Oh, and he missed the fireball. Ninja has to be kicking himself at this point on that Roz for missing Liliana with that fireball. Looks like Teamy's going to run into Lumber, but they are going to definitely disengage. Oh, Lumber's sticking around just a little too long there. They have to know he's in that bush. And we have a 4-man gank on this, on that Sentinel, so that was just a way for them to close in on it. They're getting spotted out in that by the Lindis skill, able to get some damage onto Lumber, and Lumber's taking quite a bit for sitting in that bush. Lindis did a good job placing that trap there, so next time someone runs into it, they're gonna run straight into that trap and be seen. Look at Irie. Irie, oh man, could be setting up for something big here. And it looks like Mina actually was able to pick her off, but is gonna get away. And it looks like, ooh, look at this. Oh my gosh, the Finnick actually was able to pick up the Roz kill, and Teamy just wasn't able to ult in just enough time. Teamy getting taken out as well. This team is doing so good. Such a great team fight there, and that's gonna be a tower and a dragon at this point. So this red team really needs to defend this tower, try to kill off some of the minions, but they're just not able to, and they're going to rotate down to this down to this dragon and should be able to pick it up. And look at Lindis. Lindis looking very close to being dead. And sure enough, just such a big overextension there that just didn't need to happen. Lindis shouldn't have been in there. She should have been back, but was trying to push the envelope. Here we go with the dragon. Dragon getting picked up by the blue team. So doing great so far. Mina up on top, getting absolutely destroyed, but was able to get out of that situation. I'm really surprised that Marja isn't going up against Irie. It doesn't really make much sense since you could put the two tanks together to fight each other. But and I really haven't seen a rotation. I really thought that I would see a rotation on that, but we haven't seen it. So red team is hurting at this point. The blue team is seeing a little blood in the water, and they look like they're looking good. I gotta say, the blue team is coming out strong. We have seen VVV just do so well in most of the teams they've fought, but this blue team is actually giving them a run for their money, especially this early game. And look at this full initiation up on top, and this is going to be the end for Mina. There's not going to be a way she survives that. And sure enough, Teamy actually throwing the ult out just in case someone came by, but did not have to use it. So Teamy's ult is going to be down for this next team fight, if there is one. Full Metal getting initiated on by that Lindis. Lindis throwing out some skills, doing pretty well. Leona's hitting each of these skills, doing a good job, but Lindis firing back, sure enough. And look at that, getting her very low, and one more auto attack would have been real nice. Finnick actually was not able to get into that team fight. Lumber initiating, doing pretty good, just not able to get away. And sure enough, luckily, he's going to walk away from there. Ooh, Finnick looks like he actually AFK'd for a second or was trying to talk or type or anything. And it looks like Finnick is actually jumping in on Teamy. For whatever reason, he thought he was going to kill Teamy as opposed to kill the two heroes that are up in the bushes. That was a misplay on Teamy's part, for sure. Tower getting taken away, Mina's running away. So that was Liliana and Finnick getting taken out. So blue team definitely misplayed that. I think Finnick should have went for one of the more damage dealers of the team as opposed to a Teamy. Doesn't make any sense, especially once we saw that his ult was down at the time. But yeah, and sure enough, this red team is going to go for the dragon and certainly pick this up unless the blue team reacts in some way. Marja actually picking up Soaring Aura, which is a interesting item, I gotta say. So Marja trying to get away. Marja also going the penetration boots as opposed to the cooldown boots. That's I gotta say, that's not a normal build that I've seen. Does get the creep there, gets a little bit of life back, and that little bit of life is definitely what she needs, especially with all 4 heroes here. Now there's only 3. Teamy coming in for the stun. Good Marja's skill. Teamy busting the ult. Teamy actually did get res there, and he is possibly going to go down here, but Marja was actually taken out, and Teamy is going to easily walk away from this. So this entire time, we haven't seen Finnick. I really thought that Finnick was going to rotate down to bottom, but he is just trying to push and get as much as he can out of this jungle. There is now 4 mid, and look at this. This blue team wants to initiate, wants to attack, but Finnick is just nowhere near at this point. He's trying to get as much farm as possible, but he is not able to give a helping hand at this point. We got some damage going to go out to the Teamy, but luckily he did not pursue because he would have walked right into a Roz, and there he is. Gotta say, that was a great roll on Finnick's part. Was able to negate the damage that Roz would have thrown out there. Good damage onto that Arduin, just not enough to kill him. It should get him at least half life in it for him to be careful to try to do that again. So there's 4 heroes here. Mina and Irie up on top, and look at this, a full rotation up top, and Mina is just way out of position. Nowhere near, and she's going to get completely ganked. And that's what I'm talking about. They set that up really well. They were sitting in this bush, throwing out skill shots after skill shots, and then eventually full rotated top and was able to kill her. So easy pickup for sure. So Marja still down on bottom. I would definitely like to see her going against Irie instead, but it looks like they're not choosing to rotate at any time soon. This mid tower is going to go down to this Lindis. And Finnick is going to get this easy kill. So the same thing that happened with Irie now happened with Finnick against the Lindis. So great stuff there. And oh, nice pickup there. They really need to get this Darkslayer, and sure enough, that's exactly what they're doing. So this Finnick is gonna shred this Darkslayer to pieces, and I think this red team now knows it. And this is gonna put the blue team back in the game if they're able to pick this up. Teamy coming in was able to hit the stun, but that is too late for them to do anything about. Finnick did get the Darkslayer, and it looks like Teamy is killed in the process. Raz going down on bottom, pushing that lane. I think he really should have rotated there instead, and it looks like Liliana having a little bit of issues, but the team doing a great rotation was able to, oh my goodness, how low can you go? And look at this, Liliana, oh my gosh, missed! Oh, almost survived. She actually negated the damage from the execute because she was able to jump out. And look at this. I don't think this red team is going to think that it is going to be possible for them to do this dragon. They are doing 50% less damage to this dragon, but with a Finnick just absolute monster when it comes to killing these objectives. I think it's going to go so well. And look how close, but nope. Sorry, it's not happening. Raz comes in with the skill. We got ults coming out from everybody. We got Marja going down. We got Arduin being able to get Finnick and try to finish him off, and that is a full team. 3 of the teammates for this blue side getting taken out. Liliana was pretty far away. I would have liked to see her pretty much closer, but yeah, just sadly was too far to help out. She definitely bailed on the situation pretty early, was able to get out, so maybe not such a bad idea, but I would have liked to see her maybe stay, throw out a few stuns if possible. It looks like this bottom tower is going to go down very quickly, and she is going to get initiated onto here, but just wasn't quick enough. We got Lindis coming down, throwing out some skills, but it was definitely a quick disengage by this blue team and red team. So again, I don't understand what Mina's doing. She's so alone up top at all times. She is got to be the #1 support. A good stun coming in, great ult. Teamy getting taken out. Liliana really needs to land that stun. Wasn't able to connect, and Teamy is going to get away. So that is a Teamy ult down, which is not a bad thing at all. But look at this initiation, the damage that this Lindis is doing right at this point. It's just so much. All these heroes are under half-life, and this red team is looking very good at this point. Irie is going to get this top tower. There is not much they can do about it, especially with that Mina being down. And look at that damage, man. There's just nothing they can do at this point. And Marja getting taken out by the Lindis. She did have her ult as well. She really misplayed that. Should have thrown it out there, but just wasn't able to. And oh, that was Lindis actually went back in and ends up dying. Such a misplay by Lindis right there. So that's going to drastically slow down this push. Wow. That's really going to buy this blue team a lot of time with that Lindis being down. And she went back in, thinking that she was going to do a lot more damage than she did. And Finnick was able to just get one hit on her, which is what ended up killing her. Ooh, Raz landing that huge skill onto Finnick. Finnick is running for his life, and sure enough, without the support from the Mina or the Lumber, is just taken out. All right. Sure enough, Lindis is now back, clearing out the jungle, getting as many buffs as possible, and then probably going to run straight to the enemy base. We got 56 seconds on that Darkslayer, so we will... I think that once that spawns, this is going to be a very different game, whoever ends up taking that. All right, blue team is doing a really good job turtling. This Mina just again very very much struggling. She's 5-0 and has only been around 1 kill, and she's only been able to get an assist from it. So right now it looks like Team Meat coming in, trying to drop the stun onto the Finnick. They know that they have to take out this Finnick, and this is what I was saying earlier, is that it's strange that it's a Lumber and a Mina, but they're playing it very well because they know that this Finnick is got to be 80 to 90% of the damage for this team. Maybe not as much, but definitely up there. As far as if they take out Finnick, this rest of the team really crumbles. And here we go. This is what I was talking about. Darkslayer spawning. This blue team hopefully is aware of it, but are choosing to put their eggs in one basket and going down on bottom, which is going to buy the red team a lot of time here and should be able to pick this up. And Liliana's the only one with the presence of mind to possibly go that way and try to pick it up. And finally, the blue team rotates way too late and also possibly going to give up this tower. Such bad rotating there. That was a really big miscommunication by this blue team. Sure enough, the red team is now pressuring this tower. Tower is now looking like it could possibly go down. We have a trap that's moving, which is a little interesting. We got the dragon getting taken out finally. Skyward Dragon is out of there. Finnick doing a great job on the Lindis. Lindis getting rezzed by the teamie, so she is back up and ready to go. And not a single hero has died in that whole exchange. Teamie did get the ult off just in time for them to get rezzed. Finnick is doing a great job dodging all these abilities because one wrong move and it is going to be lights out. So that is bottom and mid high ground towers both taken out. And look at this, Irie doing her best to try to end this game. And sure enough, she is going to end it, and that is the game. And that is a GG. So that is the red team, VVV, taking game number 1. So, but yeah, I just got to say, I think that these two together were kind of a misplay. I really do. I think the two supports, I do like that they were trying to support this Finnick as best as possible. I don't think you need 2 of them. I would have liked to see possibly an Alice as opposed to a Lumber. I just don't think Lumber and Mina together really accomplish what maybe this team was going for. But yeah, Marja and Mina really needed to switch. Mina was struggling against Irie the entire game. I don't know why they didn't switch lanes. They really should have. And then have Mina versus Arduin. I mean, Arduin was just tanking out, so was Mina. It would have been an easy stalemate of a fight. And then Irie and Marja could have went together, and I think that would have been a much better experience for those two players. Then Mina maybe could have came online much sooner in the game, but yeah, good stuff. So let's go ahead and get the next match going, and this will be game number 2. Game number 2. Let me get the code out to everybody. All right, codes are out. Let's see what everyone's talking about. Blue team could actually be good if they learned how the game works. I saw potential. Yeah, the blue team actually did. When it came to the fights, Phoenix was on fire the entire game. He is a higher rank than the rest of the team, and I think it shows. I think that him picking Finnick is a good strategy because they pushing those objectives early, getting those dragons definitely helped. and then also being able to kill 2 heroes and immediately do Darkslayer was such a great thing. I just think that they definitely should have not gone with the two tanky supports that really just didn't add to anything. What else did we see? Oof, this is GG. Not a complete washout. I'm impressed. Yeah, no, it was actually they did very well. Like the blue team did. Like I know I'm knocking them, but they did very well. We've seen VVV absolutely crush the competition. So the fact that they not only came in but also put up such a great fight definitely shows that they have potential. I think that they just got outpicked, and I think that this next game will really decide if they're able to learn from some of their mistakes or if they're going to continue to make some of the ones that they can. Rain, talk about Lumber Gold. I feel so bad for him. Yeah, he only had like I think 6k gold by the end of the game, which is not very much in comparison. The other team had 12k, so double the gold. Definitely hard on him. And not only that, but then you also have Amina that went at one point in the game was 0-5-1, so she wasn't even around any of the kills. She should be the one that's running around saving what's his name? Finnick. She should be the one that's running around saving Finnick as much as possible, but she just couldn't. She was too busy up top trying to save the towers, making sure that Irie doesn't push into the base. So, but yeah. Lumber support item 15 minutes into the game. Yes, that's definitely a fail. But like we said, Lumber and Mina both had bronze badges, so that's what we kind of expected, is that we expected some kind of play similar to that, and it definitely showed, you know what I mean? Like, I think that they definitely have room for improvement, but stuff like that is like minor things that you can do to fix it. All right, both teams are in there. And we're just waiting on a ready check from... I don't know if they... Waiting for him to say something. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't think he kind of knows how this kind of works. Okay, maybe not. Execute always good. Yes. The execute definitely did. The execute definitely did really well. Irie with execute just does wonders. All right, we got game number 2 underway. Let's get going. All right. Like I said, this is now game number 2. If VVV wins, they will take this series. The red team, last game, I gotta say, they definitely were putting up a great fight. They definitely were ahead for at a couple points in the game, and they definitely have the potential. So it's just gonna see if they're gonna be able to execute again going into this game.
Blue team's turn to ban.
All right, so Aram coming out as a ban, and it looks like Violet also being a ban. Pretty standard one so far. Aram being able to grab onto somebody, making it a 5v4. Such a amazing hero, no matter what her damage is at that point. And it looks like the Velheim getting
Red
banned
team's
banned
turn
out as
to
well.
ban.
Velheim, such an amazing top hero right now. Definitely a pain to deal with. Violet getting banned. She's got to be the strongest hero in the game currently. If you look at just damage done, she definitely got the biggest buffs in the last patch when she was already really good. So no surprise that Violet's going to be shown as a ban. Looks like Teamy, and that is a great ban. This red team, this is what I'm talking about. That's a great ban. So they knew that Teamy saved Lindis probably 2-3 times and saved other teammates even more, and banning him outright that's a great idea. So you take away that crutch that Lindis had. Maybe this will be the key that VV they do run this. They do run the Teamy quite often. So like I said, when we were playing in the middle, he normally hangs out in that bush, runs in, and tries to get the stun. And sure enough, like that's a really good ban. Irie getting banned. So that's Irie getting banned, which was one of the blue team's champions last game. So it's pretty interesting that they banned out one of their own people. But yeah, it's like Xennial. I'd be surprised if they go with this. No one really played Xennial. They did. The blue team did ban it out. So if the red team does ban it out, I don't know maybe why. He's still a great hero. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't see him getting picked. But there we go.
Blue team's turn to pick.
We definitely won't see him get picked. It looks like Omen being shown right off the gate. And sure enough, that's what they go with. So instead of the Irie, it looks like they're going to rock the Omen. Arduin getting picked right away. And again with the Finnick, wanting to make sure that he keeps up with them objectives. So that's a great pick. Looks like Marja getting picked up for this blue team. So before Marja was on the red team, so Crest and Malik getting picked. So already showing a pretty tanky team. Malik and Crest on the same team is not a bad choice at all, but I would like to see. There we go. I would say someone like a Pura and Malik or something along those lines looks a little bit better.
Red team's
Definitely
turn
better.
to
I definitely like that synergy there. Crest just kind of runs around while everyone takes out Malik or insert other hero at that point. Crest is very good at doing tower diving and taking hits, but if you have two tanky people, you don't have the burst damage, and you don't to really capitalize on his ability to be tanky.
Blue team's turn to pick.
All right, so we got Chugnar and Jannar for this red team. So far, they're picking really well. I think Chugnar is an excellent pickup, especially for that Pura. And then they're picking into a Slims, even though they have Chugnar, which isn't a big deal. The spears that he's going to throw, he may be whoever he does stun may be able to get out of it because of the Chugnar. But a Kali being shown, which is a definite good pickup, especially against a Finnick because he's so strong, or since he's so weak. Kali can easily zone him out with the ult if she's able to get a clean shot on him. He falls right over. And Marja looks like going to be the last hero picked up. This red team did play Marja last time. But again, we saw Marja get Soaring Aura first, which is an odd pickup. And also went Penetration Boots. If you play Marja, you want cooldown immediately. Your life literally depends on the cooldown. So you want cooldown boots, you want the torture item, magic item, you want all that stuff just to get the cooldown. And she actually went Soaring Aura, so hopefully they learn from that and they make some better decisions. So I do like that the red team is still going with the 2 tanks, but I like what they're choosing. They went with the Arduin and they went with the Chugnar. Those are 2 tanky people, but still able to throw some damage out there. I think Chugnar obviously probably going to go with more of a damage spec. Arduin, it will be interesting to see what he goes
10
with.
seconds
Normally,
remaining.
I think last game he went full tanky, which wouldn't be such a bad thing, but especially against this team, quite honestly, the last 3 heroes that they picked are very squishy. All right, so Arduin using that execute also, so that's always good to have on your team. And it looks like Omen chose to go with the flicker as opposed to the execute. All right. And we are about to get into game 2. So just to keep you guys up, if you're joining right now, VVV did win the first game. So this is game number 2. The red team really needs to pull this off to get to game 3. And if the blue team wins this, they are going to take the series. And if blue team wins, that will be the last game of today. But let's get into it.
Welcome to Arena of Valor.
All right.
Get ready. Minions will be deployed in 5 seconds.
Sure enough, teams are off. Pura and Kali are moving to that mid, and look at this red team. They are completely moving up on this north side of the base, running into Pura. Pura taking a little bit of damage. The stun going off. Kali taking a little bit of damage as well, and look at this. The red team wants none of that. They are going to go straight in. So this is at the point where this blue team really needs to rotate down into their blue buff at the same time. But look at them. They're choosing to fight. Malik going in, getting the big boy swings. If he can get one more swing off, it's going to be huge. And sure enough, he does. He got some big damage coming out, but Slim's actually getting killed by the Finnick. And then you have Arduin getting taken out in the process. So this red team going absolutely hard right there. The blue team did not rotate. They chose to fight that. Even though the blue buff was taken already. And look at this. The blue buff now going to get picked up by this Finnick. So this is what I'm talking about. They have the early game down for this red team. That's what happened last game as well. Let's see if they can keep that momentum throughout this game. So we have Chugnar and Pura sitting very close to each other. And we got Marja and Omen up on top. But nothing interesting going on just of yet. Marja may be a little overextended here, and sure enough, this is where looks like Omen is trying to get that true damage, and he is wanting to go in on that Marja, and sure enough, that's exactly what he's going to do. Marja really needs to be careful once that buff is up, and he is doing that damage. Arduin down on bottom with 3 heroes, able to see that. Mid actually rotating down on bottom. Finnick actually looking to come in as well. And Pura may get initiated on here in just a second. Looks like Chugnar and all 4 heroes are sitting here. And look at this. Slims actually jumps straight into a Finnick and then the gets completely destroyed there. Malik coming in with the big boy swing is possibly going to go down here. And sure enough, he's not able to get the true damage out for it, and this red team is going to pick up this dragon. They're going to be unopposed, and Marja did a great job rotating down with this Omen, but sure enough, was able to pick up the dragon. So this red team doing great, doing absolutely great at this point. So Omen, here he goes. He's charging up the buffs. He's trying to get that true damage. Sure enough, true damage is out, but he just doesn't have enough life to go in on Marja. There's Alduin actually going back to base. I think that might be a kind of a misplay. We got some initiation going on over here. Kali ult coming out. Sure enough, Jannar ulting as well, but not hitting a single soul with it. And that is just to a complete disengage. Malik was actually so quick to react to this. And sure enough, Pyrrha actually getting picked off here, and that is going to be the end of her. Malik jumping in just a little late on that, and is just going to disengage at this point. All right. I got to say, this red team is playing like an all-star at this point. And I think it's... I very much think that it has to deal with this Mina. So before, Irie was up on top. She was unopposed, and any time that she could leave that tower, run to mid, and was getting some great pushes. And look at the pressure onto this Slims. So good. So good. Spear coming out, not able to connect, and it looks like they're going to initiate onto the Malik. Malik taking quite a bit of damage there, but not going to go down. We still have all 4 heroes down here. Marja, look at this great rotation to mid, is able to try to push this, put some pressure onto this mid, and will still have time to go back up top before Omen's able to get to the tower. So good stuff. That's a great rotation right there. Looks like Pyrrha actually throwing it out, and sure enough, here comes the ult, and it looks like their entire team is about to get killed here, but Malik coming in to save the day. That is Jannar actually getting taken out there, and Finnick is doing his best to try to put some damage out, but that will be a L for this red team. So what looked like a great initiation, and oh, what a bad time to do it. This is kinds of things that you need to look for. Look at that dragon being spawning at that moment. Such a bad time. And sure enough, isn't going to be able to get that, and Kali makes sure of that. He backs out to his tower. So what started off as a great gank, and if went well, would have been able to get the kills and the dragon, ends up losing one of their teammates and losing a dragon. So big misplay on their part. Looks like Jannar trying his best to do some damage. Jannar actually getting very low due to the true strike damage that Omen has. Kali shredding Finnick, and Finnick, not knowing what was going on, ends up getting killed there. And that's exactly what I said when he was getting picked, is that Kali is going to be able to snipe out that Finnick, and that's exactly what happens. But I got to give it, Arduin doing a great job in that meantime, trying to make up for his team actually dying there. Was able to get that tower down on bottom. So Pyrrha doing a little bit of investigating, going to run straight into Arduin. Arduin does see this and is going to get out of there. And Chugnar now wants to get some sight. He's looking as much as possible, but not going to see much. We have 4 heroes down on bottom. Next to this Arduin, we have 4 heroes up on top. Next to this Omen is about to get initiated on. While the Arduin's going to get initiated down on bottom, he is going to take a trip back to the base, and is going to be taken out. And look at this, 30 seconds on this dragon and this tower. This is going to be a quick, easy rotation. They're going to take this out, probably push one more, and then take this this dragon. And look what this team is doing. They had to wait so long for this this tower to finally show up. Finally, and it looks like this blue team is going to keep pushing, and that's exactly what they should do, because as soon as they get this tower, they're going to be able to get the dragon, and that's exactly what you want to do. And it looks like they're going to keep pushing. So the blue team is going to push into the high ground tower. High ground tower is going to start taking a lot of damage here. Arduin trying his best to get these teams out of here. So luckily was able to kill all the minions, while this red team is still got some pressure on into the mid lane, and the mid lane tower is going to go down. So right now, blue not committing to that tower really are really in trouble. They lost 3 towers to the 2, and they did not get the dragon, but a great initiation there. Chugnar did such a great job ulting and getting Jannar out of that situation. Jannar decided to go into the tower again when he was so low. Big misplay by his part. He should have just backed off. He was, as soon as he came back, he was dead to rights. Finnick doing a great job with the ult, throwing it out. Pura is dead to rights, and the dragon was taken out by this blue team in the meantime. So Pura did not die in vain. She did distract the team good enough for them to get the tower. Or I'm sorry, for them to get the dragon. So Omen actually could have got this tower if he wanted to die for it, but luckily didn't. Backs off, and he's going to try here shortly once this team loses interest, and sure enough, that's exactly what they did. They are rotating back to mid and looking for something. Finnick going to get that blue. He definitely needs that cooldowns to get his skills off. Arduin actually rotating up the top. I think he's just looking for some farm at this point. And look at this, Finnick going for that Malik. Malik not in any trouble. He should be able to get out of this unless he sticks around a little too long and that Chugnar is able to get to him. We have actually initiation onto mid, and sure enough, a little bit of damage, but nothing too major. But the big play there was Marja was able to kill Omen up on top, and that's going to cause this blue team the need to rotate up top. That's going to really open up these lanes, and this is going to end this Malik. Definitely, Malik really not paying attention. He needed to back out after that was after the Omen died up on top, knowing that they would probably rotate either down on bottom. Sure enough, Kali throwing out an ult, but is not gonna kill any of the people. 20 seconds on this dragon. That's exactly what this red team needs, is they need to make sure that they can get that. If they can pick this Omen up right here, this would be huge. Sure enough, damage coming out. We got ults, everything coming out onto this Omen. Omen is taken out. He is going to be down. Dragon spawning in 4 seconds. This is going to be huge. They're going to get a tower as well. So here's the point where you want to either back off or you want to keep pressure on them. You know that there's still heroes in mid. Keep pushing pressure, and sure enough, that's what they're going to do. Khalid trying to throw the ult out, try to kill out the minions. And look at this rotations. The rotations on the blue team, they are coming back out. And the big boy dragon, enraged abyssal dragon, is up. And this red team is easily going to get this. There's not a point where blue team is going to be able to rotate over here. And look at this. Jannar doing a great job trying to push them off, zone them as best as possible. Finnick is easily going to pick up this buff, and sure enough did. Wow. This red team is playing so good. So good. And look at this Finnick. This Finnick is just an all-star right now. If we look at gold, he has 7.1. I mean, he is just in the lead by a large amount. If we look at his items, he actually has some pretty high geared items at this point. Getting the Sentinel, now he has every buff that he could at this point. So the red team is looking to fight, and sure enough, with the Abyssal Dragon buff, this is greatest time as any. And look at this rotation. They're actually rotating up to top. And sure enough, onto the Omen. Omen using Flicker and is going to walk away. Okay, so this is a mess of a fight. They do not want to lose this. But Finnick, this is where the game went downhill last time. We got some initiations onto the Arduin. Arduin trying to just waste as much time as possible. As long as he does that, he is going to win for this team. And sure enough, the Dark Slayer slowly getting taken down. And this is what they want. This is where this game changed for the worst for this team. And they picked it up. They now have every buff on them. And they are looking to go. I cannot believe they went for that. They are summoning the dragon. They want to push this mid lane. Pura in such a bad position is going to get taken out, but the heals are just so much. And in the meantime, Finnick is actually possibly going to go down, and Omen would have been able to kill him, but he ends up backing off instead, which is a great move. No matter how greedy you want to be for those kills, it is better to stay alive than it is to run in and get a kill. And that is something that Omen definitely knows. I'm really surprised that he is not backing at this point. He's looking to possibly throw some, to push this and use that to get this team to possibly back up right now. And sure enough, they are still keeping the pressure up. This is fantastic. The red team is doing so good. And look at this rotation onto this Omen. They really need to cut him off from the top lane and on from the bottom. And here comes Marja. Marja slowing him down, doing a great job. And this should be the end for him very quickly. And Marja picking up that but such a rotation comes at a price, and sure enough, they are going to take that tower. So Finnick actually not able to get back to mid, and Slim's actually picking up the blue buff. Finnick now seeing this, he probably wants to initiate onto this. Pure doing a good job, and look at this. Malik trying to get away, trying his best. Oh, look at that. And this is what I'm talking about. Kali doing such huge damage there. And oh, Malik taken out in the process. All 5 heroes chasing that Malik just was too much for him. And they're still in hot pursuit of the Slims, and they are here for blood. And look at this. They are going to push this. Looks like Jannar going in. Not able to finish anyone off. Chugnar taking most of the Kali damage at that point and saving the Finnick. So good for him. So that red team is playing out of their minds right now. I have not many complaints for how well they're doing. Critiques, I couldn't even tell you. They are doing all the objectives. They are pushing all the lanes. They're taking full advantage when heroes are down. They took advantage of the buffs they had once they finally did get them, and were playing very aggressive, which is exactly what you want to do. Finnick and Chugnar now seeing this enemy team wanting to run down on bottom. Look at the rotations. Trying to go down and save them as quickly as possible. Could have been able to jump in on that Pura, but decides not to. So Kali actually doing nothing to this Arduin. Arduin's got some definite magic resist, and yeah, looking good. So Omen possibly getting caught here, and sure enough, the skill is out. He is getting slowed. Will it be enough? And it looks like they want to go all in on this, and sure enough, he is going to get taken out. And the lane is nowhere near it, so they're going to have to back off at this point. Oh, they're choosing to actually tank the tower with the enemy up. We got Malik coming in, dropping in like Batman. He's swinging as much as he possibly can, but we got Finnick doing as much damage as possible, and he is going to get taken down if he's not careful, and sure enough, he's choosing to go in on it. The spear coming in from the Slims is just too much for him, and he is taken out. So a big misplay there. They could have backed off and got the Abyssal Dragon. They had a person down. The Finnick was up. Everything was looking great for them, and this is what I'm talking about. Those are the plays that you don't need to do. Play it safe, back off, get the dragons, get the objectives, get the buff, get the money, but instead they wanted to try to go for the high ground tower. So now, with that being said, I don't know if someone picked up the buff. There it is. Did they? I guess Slims must have, and I just didn't see it. I apologize. But yes. All right. So I really think that was kind of a pretty big misplay. That's definitely going to give him a... Ooh, and a big spear coming in. And Chugnar deciding not to ult, and Jannar gets melted. So these are what I'm talking about. These are the misplays that you don't want to be doing. Finnick needs to back up at this point, and sure enough, here comes Malik coming in, and this could be possibly the end of the game if they're not careful. Malik finally getting taken out. Marja doing his best that she can, now tanking Kali's damage. It is 2 heroes down for this red team, and look at this. Omen up on top, and Finnick trying his best to stop it. High ground tower down on bottom, gets taken out in the meantime. Omen waiting for his chance, and sure enough, look at this Finnick. Chugnar doing a great job, and he is trying his best, but it is not going to be enough. And the misplays, the complete throws from this red team, and blue team takes it. Wow. Wow. I cannot believe the throw on that game. Such crazy throw on that game. And it all was because they tried to push that tower when the enraged abyssal dragon was up, and they really threw the game. They had this game won in all rights, and wow, really tried to get that inhibitor or the high ground tower down on bottom, which caused the entire team to take so much damage from that, as well as the reaction from VVV going all in, and it paid off. They were able to get Finnick. He wasted his Blade of Eternity, and that was it. That's all it took. Then this blue team was able to get the enraged abyssal dragon. They were able to go from that point on, and yeah, just absolute money. Kali doing such great damage, as well as the slims. Omen was not much of a factor, only the two whatever, but he was pushing towers, which was good, so he was definitely doing a great job. So wow, cannot believe that. So that would be the end. I think we are done for today. So yeah, great games, boys. Gotta say, VVV taking game number 2. Wow, it's just crazy. Such a crazy game. I did not expect them to come back like that towards the end, for sure. So, with that being said, we are done for tonight. That's going to be the end for the Valor League. We're going to have, again, games on next Wednesday and next Thursday. So if you guys like it, be sure to hit me with a follow. I definitely, on those 2 days, that's when I'm going to be streaming these. I always put the information in the title so that you know exactly where you're getting. So if you ever come to my stream and you ever see that there's no PVL within the title, then you know that it's not what we're about that day. But yeah, there's a 20-second delay on the stream, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I do have some things I actually got to get it done around the personally, so I think I'm gonna end the stream, and I think I'll be done for today. But we can definitely drop a host to someone else that's possibly hosting that will you can see some gameplay. So I think let me double check. I think that there are still some games going on over at Always Green's stream, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll see. Give me just a moment. So the Premier Valor League is actually still streaming, so we'll go ahead and host them up. If you can, drop them a follow. And then if you want more of action, I do one set of the games. So we do 2 sets of games in one night. I handle one set, and this PVL does the other set. So sure enough, if you guys want to see more of that action, make sure to follow them as well. I'm going to be out of here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the biddies. Love your faces. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for day number 2 of the Valor series. See you guys.
Is going to be there now, pulls the taunt.